Second day back in Florida, and I blew a shade string. So I'm kind of annoyed with it. I'm going to make a quick video. I already tore part of my valance because I didn't see the screws they'd hidden inside the cover, but we'll take a quick look at, thanks Coleman by the way, the Lantern one set up here, and I'll show you where the shade came off. So there's the valance right there. I've got reflectors saying it's hot. So the shade was hooked. There's a little screw here, corresponds with that, and it's a mess in here because I just got here and I haven't finished everything up. But valance was screwed in there, and then on the corners, the shade was screwed in here and here. And there's my valance. You know, it's not the greatest cardboard quality type stuff they used on it, but it works. So anyway, what's happened is apparently this material that they use, here's some of the fuzz just from it rubbing on here. But basically, right there, you know, these are supposed to be black. I don't know what you call them, guide strings, tension strings on these RV things. But I blew two of them ripped. They've been, you know, they started going within a month after I had the camper, but they've got this cheap crap cordage on them, and apparently the shade material is rough enough it must abrade it, cut through it, and break it. So I'm going to do a quick repair here, and I watched some YouTube videos on it. I wasn't really going to make a video on it, but as I pulled this off, I thought this was a knot, and this is actually, if it's going to focus, it's actually a fuzz like rubbing off of this thing. Alright, so I got the ends off, the end caps, and of course here's what the inside looks like, where this stuff is just completely jammed up in this end cap. So, you know, it's abraded heavily, so something is rough and scraping on it. I don't know if it's the inside of this. I'm going to slide these end caps off, and then there's a spring in there. I watched a couple, there's plenty of YouTube videos on how to do this. I'm going to try to do it and just give a quick demo, kind of what I did, and talk you through it. And then, yeah, we'll try. I'm going to try a different kind of string on it and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so I've got slid the covers off, and there are two springs. This is the middle out section. There's an outer one. So I'm going to take the intact side of this middle one. I don't know if they're the same length or not. I'm going to measure that and cut two of those. And I've got, what I decided to go with is I've got my Catalua brand tarred bank line. This stuff is just super abraded, so I don't know where it's abrading or what. I'm going to have to look on the old thing here. I mean, it's got a fairly decent ferrule on it, and it looks like it's, you know, relatively smooth. So I have no idea what it's abrading on, but I'll try. I'm probably not using this. The thicker bank line would be nice. I don't know if the diameter is going to fit, so I may end up using this thinner bank line, but it's pretty tough, so hopefully that would hold up more than, what is it? When did I get this in? May, so it's the 1st of November here, early November, so it's at 6 months maybe, at the most. So we'll give that quick shot here. Anyway, so I'm going to restring this. When it goes out, this is the bottom, it has a cap. They slide, you know, they come out this way and go that way, and out to the bottom, and then the other two sides come this way and go out to the bottom, and that's what keeps it tension with that spring here apparently. So it's a friction system. Works great, but there's so much friction that it ruined the system. So thanks Coleman, and at 2018 August of this year, that would be United Shade LLC, Elkhart, Indiana. United Shade, great product, great quality in your product. So shout out to you, and the fact that you're annoying the crap out of me on day off. Thanks a lot. I also noticed there's a difference in the size of the spring. There's a smaller spring on this end and a larger spring on the shorter version of it. So the longer, the outer edges of this guy have a shorter spring. Wasn't too awful getting this in. You just kind of have to get your cordage through. It's picking up a bunch of fray from the other cord too. Nice. I want fuzz to blow around in here. It's definitely the shade, and it looks like when they make these holes in this shade, they burn them, which makes sense. But apparently what that does is make a really, really abrasive surface that eats through their cords. They, obviously use Chinesium. Very well-made product there. All right, oops. I had it. There it is. All right. I'm going to duplicate this. I already did this on the middle, and then I'll do it on the other side. Okay, so we got them back in. Remember, when you pull this string through this little end here, to put this silly little stopper on, because if you let go of this drape, it'll fall and pull them right back inside, and you have to do it twice. So at least restring this bottom part twice. So make sure you put this tab on. So what I did is I kind of screwed it in, and there we go, we got a light. I screwed it in here, and I've just been adjusting the tension on it so that it works, so it's not as tight as it was before. And now I'm going to attempt to reinstall. There's where that little miniature screws pulled through the valance, because I couldn't see them because they were through the fake leather on the side, so I have to pull those out and try to reattach that bottom somehow creatively without breaking things. Alright, so these are repairable. We'll see how this bank line holds up, and if it starts abrading like the other stuff did. And this one's actually loose. I might need to tighten a couple of these up, but let's see. Yeah, this end's loose. I'm gonna have to figure out, it's gonna go over there, so I'm gonna pull it through and tighten it up here and kind of equalize everything. But that's pretty much it on fixing a shade. It's possible. I'm going to try this bank line and see how that holds up. And it's a little frustrating. It took like an hour just to kind of get it down. But that shade over there has already got the same problem started, so I'm sure I'll be doing that one again here shortly. So Caribou Dave coming to you from the inside of Lantern 1 here at the outpost in the Umatilla area. Fixing stuff. Good times. I guess if the shade is all I have to worry about, then I guess I can't be too concerned. Oh, do what you can where you are with what you have, because I don't want to spend any more money on anything this year. Caribou Dave out.